Is now a good time to buy a house? Maybe you can afford to buy a house, but you're still plagued with that uncertainty about whether you should buy a house. Whether you are a homeowner already or looking to buy your first house, this video is for you. We have no way of knowing what the market is going to do in the near future, and every day I talk to people who are torn with indecision about whether they should go for it now, buy the house that they want, or if they should wait for the unknown of like whatever's gonna happen when it happens. With that information, then I can decide to buy a house. We don't know. Are rates gonna come down? Are prices gonna come down? Or is are rates gonna stay flat and prices keep going up the way that they have been? Thank you for watching. I make a new video on life and real estate in North Idaho every week, and I'm happy that you stumbled across my channel. If you like my content, take a second to subscribe and turn the bell on for notifications. And if you're interested in having a conversation about the real estate market here in the Coeur d'Alene area, just give me a call anytime. You can also reach out by email or just shoot me a text and we can set up a time to chat. As we all know, home prices have been skyrocketing over the past few years, and the Federal Reserve is trying to tame inflation with soaring interest rates as well. So this combination has led many potential buyers to just hang out on the sidelines, waiting for the market conditions to calm down. The volume of existing home sales was down 3.3% from February of 2023 to February of 2024, according to the National Association of Realtors. And according to Fannie Mae's Home Purchase Sentiment Index, as of March 2024, 81% of consumers believe that it's a bad time to buy a house. I don't necessarily agree with this, and if you want to know why, check out my video on my unpopular opinion. I'll link this above. There are some advantages to being a buyer right now that you shouldn't overlook. Once rates do come down, we're going to have a flood of buyers again, and it's going to be competitive. We're going to be doing offers over asking, waiving inspections. So right now there's some huge benefits to being a buyer. Watch that video and I will tell you all about why. Despite home prices on the rise, demand nationwide is still outpacing supply, and that means that buyers may or may not have competition when making an offer on a home. This is very market dependent, but well-priced homes are still getting multiple offers. As interest rates come down a little bit, I mean, they were up at like 8% in October. We're down to like 7 right now. So as those interest rates are coming back down, competition is likely going to go up. If you're in a position where you can buy, there is no time like the present to start shopping. I'm also going to cover some of the information about the cost of waiting to buy in this video, so stick around to the end. I mentioned that supply was low, and I want to tell you more about that. In February, there was a 2.9 month supply of homes on the market nationwide, according to the National Association of Realtors, meaning it would take about 3 months at the current pace of sales for all of the properties to sell. In a balanced market, supply would last 5 to 6 months. As we are rolling into spring, inventory is starting to move a little bit faster. In February, existing home sales grew 9.5% from January, and the highest monthly increase in about a year. So that was a good increase. That was a good sign for us. That is an optimistic sign for buyers waiting for more choices on their house hunts. If mortgage rates decline sometime in 2024, as forecasters are predicting, we are likely to see existing home sales strengthen and more competition in the market. Mortgage rates have improved since autumn, when the 30-year rate topped 8% in October. But buyers haven't seen much relief this spring. With inflation remaining higher than expected, the 30-year fixed rate has averaged above 6.7% throughout February and March. If the economy eventually cools in 2024, as many experts are predicting, mortgage rates are likely to see a modest decline. Even a fraction of a percentage point would give buyers some more relief. Now that you are up to speed on rates and inventory, let's look at the buy now or later calculator. This is a calculator I have through Chicago Title, and if you want to play around with it, just reach out to me so I can get you set up. For this example, I'm using a home price of $600,000, a down payment of 10%, and interest rate of 7%. Let's assume that appreciation is 4% per year. That's pretty conservative. This slide is showing you the break-even rate. If you buy a house now at $600,000 and 7% interest rate, your payment is going to be a little over $5,000 a month. If you wait to buy in 2 years, that same home will have appreciated by almost $50,000 if we're factoring in 4% appreciation per year. And to get the same monthly payment 2 years from now, you'd be relying on interest rates dropping to 5.93%. If rates are still at 7% in 2 years and now you're buying it for $50,000 more, your loan payment on the same house at $650,000 at 7% interest is going to be $5,400. Next slide is showing you the difference between buying now and refinancing in 2 years to get a 6% interest rate versus waiting 2 years to buy. You can see here that between paying down your principal for 2 years and the appreciation in the market that will cause home prices to continue to rise, you would save $500 on your monthly payment by buying now versus later. The last component of this calculator is looking at home equity. Another benefit of buying today versus waiting is that you are giving your asset more time to gain value. If you buy a house for $600,000 now, you can expect to have over $100,000 of equity in 2 years. If you buy in 2 years, your only equity is the down payment that you just put into the house. If your goal is to buy a house in the next 5 years, my advice is to start shopping. Get out there and look. Talk to lenders, improve your credit, work on your debt to income ratio, shop lenders for the best deal. Especially given today's higher rates, you can save $600 to over $1,000 a year by applying for loans with multiple mortgage lenders. In conclusion, if you find a home that you want to buy, you should not delay. You cannot time the market, and real estate should be a long-term investment. No one has a crystal ball. None of us know what's around the corner with the economy, home prices, or interest rates. Each situation is different, and there are dozens, if not hundreds, of factors that go into a decision about buying a house. If you are ready to start talking about the process, give me a call and I can help get you started.